So I just dropped Sandy off at the library so she can do her essay, and I'll meet up with her later. I am heading to, there's like some street food market or something near where I'm supposed to be later. I signed up for the free Harry Potter tour, and that's at 2, not 3, and it's 2 right now. So got about an hour with, I don't know where I am. Oh, no, I do know where I am. Just kidding. Okay. Right. So, yeah, I'll be by myself for a little bit today. We might watch Batman vs. Superman tonight. And I want Thai food. Bunch of doggies here, and the reason for that is because this is Greyfriars Bobby, the dog. That's a dog that when his owner died, his name is Greyfriars Bobby. I think the dog kept going to the grave and wouldn't leave. Like, he was very, very loyal. And there's a statue of the dog and the guy's name. And it's a pub, I believe. So yeah, I don't know why. If this is like a special thing that they planned, or probably is because these are all the same looking kind of dogs. But pretty cool. I'm meeting here at 3 for the Harry Potter tour. So I'll be back, but I'll just be wandering for a little bit now. And I am wearing candy cane, and I wonder what it looks like in this lighting right now. I really like the color. Look at how beautiful the city is. And it was raining, so I've got my umbrella, but we don't bring umbrellas around here, most people. I don't know why, even though it's like legit raining. And my toes are wet because my runners are very not waterproof. I should bring extra socks. I said that before, but I forgot. And it's sort of weird, but my toes are wet. But anyways. Ding dong. I don't know why it rang, but it's Mary King's Clove. I don't know what this is. Oh, guided tours. Interesting. I don't know where I'm going.
Can't go in here. No, it's just to walk down here.
Leads to another street where the shopping street is. High Street, I think. Yeah. I want to go tour. I just followed people. I don't even know what this is. I missed the Harry Potter tour. So I just walked around and I saw a group of people following a woman in a cape. And I thought it might be the Harry Potter tour, but it's some ghost tour. She's holding a candle.
So this is a very big room indeed. It's the biggest one, and you can guess from that line there that there was a floor here long ago which collapsed. So it's made of 2 rooms. This door was heading to the upper room, and there was a door here going to the other side. This is exactly how it was 150 years ago. And if you want to make sure it's really there, you just have to look at those our residents. I call them residents because ghosts, spirits. I don't know, they are just residents. Most of them are good people, but something happened to them and they're stuck here. So in this room, which is the third most haunted room you will visit today, we've got 3 residents. One is floating in front of that door here. He's seen as a man crouching, and he was really, really cold. And indeed he must be cold, because when he sees only see naked. He was probably one of those 3 people from the Cow Gate. He found shelter here, probably died here, and then someone rubbed his clothes. So that he's there, floating. Only residual, so he never interacts with us. Never ever. But quite a few people could see him.
As you can see, or never mind, I went on the ghost tour. I just followed them, and they told me about ghosts and vaults and the use of the vaults, underground vaults. Anyways, right now I'm trying to find Wi-Fi to contact Sandy, because my phone will not work with the Starbucks one, and I don't know where to go. It's like an apple. Pretty nice day now, I guess. It's still cold. Oh yeah, update on Candy Cane. I just had a little lunch or snack. I'd call it a snack because I'm still freaking hungry. Anyways, it was a tomato chicken pasta from Tesco. It was only £2, so I got it. You can see like the very middle of the bottom lip is gone. So that's like the only part you really need to reapply. But other than that, it's pretty good. And enjoy the view. Okay, I'll catch you later. Going into where the Harry Potter inspired graves are. We're in Greyfriars graveyard. I'm on a free walking tour throughout Edinburgh, and we're nearing the end. So cold. Apparently the Voldemort's character was inspired by something here. And the elephant house is just like over there.
Okay, right. This is, like many of the plots here, a resting area for a wealthy man and his subsequent descendants, that man being Thomas Smith. But one name stood out for J.K. Rowling. That was Mary Turner Scrimgeour, who became Rufus Scrimgeour, a character that came in after the Order of the Phoenix part of the Potter series. I can see that Mr. Riddle is free just now, so we'll go and see him.
Oh, there it is, Thomas Riddle.
But she also has
Okay, if any of you would like selfies, the flag stick here, you could use it as a wizard's stick, feel free. I appreciate not everybody here may be the most ardent Harry Potter fan, so it does also give us an opportunity to learn a bit about social history in Scotland. There's your 2 Thomases again, a bit like George calling his son after himself. Thomas Riddle Sr. became Lord Voldemort. Now, he's described as being of Bessborough. That meant he had a landed estate, a large area of land of that name. On it would be several outbuildings, which he would let out to dairy farmers and butchers. The larger areas of land would be turned to agricultural use, and that also would draw him an income. His son joined the British Army and died at a very young age, 26, out in the West Indies. Now, today we still use some old Scots. For example, I means yes, and dreich means an overcast day with steady drizzle. The word relict is still used today, but it means nowadays an old item or perhaps a piece of antique furniture. Back in the time of Thomas Riddle Sr., it meant a widow. And you'll see here on the slightly less looked after stone at the very top, Elizabeth, she is described as a relict of Thomas Riddle. I'm sure if one of you, heaven forbid, had lost your husband not so long ago and somebody called you a relict, you might be clenching your fist in readiness. So it shows a change in the times. Has anybody not had a chance to take a photograph they may wish of the stone? You okay? Right. What we'll do now is we're going to do a reverse and go back up the path rather than mud skate our way up here. And when we get further up, we'll do one more stone. People, be it in the afterlife or their real life, are dried flowers, which we can see here. The second name down, Mrs. Elizabeth Moody. That became Mad-Eyed Moody in the Potter series. There's one last character to show you, and that is a man called William McGonagall. He's one of the more recent internments in Greyfriars, albeit back in 1902. After that time, we decided it was getting a bit unsafe in here with so many people laid to rest. He is over in the far corner there, so if you follow me, we'll make our way over. Okay, I'll start by briefly mentioning the school, George Heriot's School, which we are right beside. Through the railings to the right, you will get a great view of the castle, if anyone wishes to take photographs of that. In terms of photographing the school, from this angle I would suggest it's not the best place to do so.
That's a castle.
Inadvertently include a child in the photograph. However, if you wish to get a great view of the school, you will get that. The school, by the way, I should say, became the template for Hogwarts, the wizard's school. Well, William McGonagall in real life was a weaver from Dundee. And weaving was shrinking as an industry in the late 1800s. So he needed alternative employment to try that. Even managing to play a leading role Macbeth in Shakespearean play near Dundee. But he was paying to do it rather than it paying him. Time for another career change. Poetry was very popular at this time. And William, rather unusually for a heavy drinking nation, was a teetotaler. He abstained from alcohol. So his poems on abstinence were not well received. His next cunning plan, for those of you who've ever seen Blackadder over here in the UK, was to write about a man-made disaster. Nobody likes disasters, however they occur. Well, he wrote about the Tay rail bridge disaster. There is now a new bridge crossing the River Tay, whilst married to her first husband. When she came to Edinburgh, she continued the series, initially at the Spoon Cafe, which is at the east end of Chamber Street, the far end of Chamber Street from where we finish. There is a little plaque outside the Black Medicine Coffee Company, which is immediately below the Spoon Cafe, but the plaque relates to the Spoon Cafe, not the Black Medicine Coffee Company. They don't shout about the Harry Potter connection. I suspect money has something to do with that, because the place that does is telling a white lie. They know they are, so they use quotation marks around the words, the birthplace of Harry Potter. That is a cafe you may well have heard about if you are Harry Potter fans, the Elephant House Cafe, which I pointed out the location of as we made our way up towards the back entrance of Greyfriars that we came in. What we'll do now is we're going to head over to the dark side of Greyfriars again, a mort safe, and I'll tell you why they were required. So if you follow me.